Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Resilience Chronicles, raw, unfiltered, and uncut as always. This honestly may be the most difficult episode for me to film because I'm not really sure how to put this all into words. But this episode is going to be about my quantum leap that I have just made. And that is like not a term that has ever resonated with me because I had never done it. But now I fucking get the term because it's just happened. I mean, I haven't even been here for 2.5 weeks yet. And that is absolutely batshit crazy for the amount of things that have happened and the absolute massive jump that I have made in the increase of my experiences and my quality of life, especially compared to where I just was. So, so I think like one of my purposes in this life, in my service to others, is to go through things and share those experiences with my people. It's in my human design, and it's just like part of my nature that I've come to understand the longer I've been alive. And it's funny because I used to think that like someday I'll go back and I'll film an episode about like the catalyst that made me the resilience coach in the first place. And my experience with my partner at the time, whose name was Ben, really sick, chronic illness, crazy shit, like 3 years of pain and misery, rock bottom, feeling him die in my arms and searching for solutions. And then finally stumbling upon some things that were basically a fucking miracle, saved his life. Then I did them for myself, for everyone I knew. I owned a gym at the time and applied these principles to that, just saw amazing things over and over and over again. And I thought that, so I started teaching all of those things and sharing and helping people. And that's where, the resilience coach was born from. And I used to think that was like the grand experience of my life. And now I just get to like share and help other people. And like, that's it. And I went along thinking that for a while until my brain injury really showed me that I am not done, and that these sorts of things are probably going to happen many times in my life. Hopefully never that bad again. But, who knows? We'll see. But I'm meant to go through these things and then disseminate those experiences. So that brain injury is a big one, and we'll get more to that later in the future when I'm not going through this fucking crazy fucking warp speed amazingness that I'm going through right now. But yeah, so back to that. So here's another massive thing. And I started these Resilience Chronicles so that I could be sharing in real time, like before I was on the other side, before things were good, and everywhere along the way. So last episode, I was talking about kind of seeing these new possibilities, but not being fully there yet. And here I am, fully fucking there, but just barely having scratched the surface of it. So I can tell you with confidence that I have entered a new timeline. I am a different being, and that will never change. Although the circumstances of, this particular timeline that I'm on right now may change, who I am has shifted in the most amazing way. Especially with this like kind of like fucking warp speed shift. I mean, shit, like this entire thing. Well, I mean, it depends on like what counts as started, but I woke up from the demon spell and realized I needed to extract myself from that situation at the beginning of December. And we're now in mid-March. I mean, it's only a couple months. I've been here for 2.5 weeks, like literally less than 3 weeks, which is fucking wild for the amount of things that have happened, the amounts of shifts that have occurred. It feels like every day is a week or more, or more. I think this is like the trajectory that I've been on is like probably 2.5 years of a normal lifetime. So this warp speed vortex that I've entered is so fucking cool. And it's so much more obvious and apparent to me because of like the last episode I was telling you about how much terror I was feeling after first getting here, just being launched in this whole new fucking world, not being sure how I was going to make it and what was going to happen. but that I'd luckily built the capacity to be able to feel those sorts of feelings and still keep going and still do the things. And that's like, shit, if that's like not one of the biggest fucking little powerful mini lessons that I could say from the beginning, is just like, you just gotta keep going. You gotta keep taking aligned action. You gotta keep doing what feels right for your soul, and just fucking trust, because it will work. It's just when we get sucked into the illusions, when we quit trying, when we're not taking actions that align with our soul, when we're doing things that other people should tell us to be doing, that's when it doesn't work, when shit gets fucked up. And also, we have to be unattached from the actual outcome or the actual timeline of the actual results occurring. And be open to receiving gifts from the universe that you couldn't even actually imagine are possible, because that's such a big part of what's going on for me right now, is like, things are more incredible than I could even have imagined. And it's really fucking cool. Yeah, so what's next? What to say? Okay, maybe some like fun details, like fun parts of the story. Let's see, where were we? So last time I filmed an episode, I was like, I can kind of see these possibilities of this new timeline, but like, is it real? Like, can I trust it? But I also like, that was a place where it would have been really easy to self-sabotage and to like push away the gifts, thinking they're not real, or they're wrong, or there's something like, yeah, it would have been so easy to self-sabotage. But it felt right in my soul, in my like my gut, my instincts, like my sacral was saying yes. Even though it would have been like, if I would have like told some other people like specifics of these circumstances, they would have been like, oh my God, that's not safe, or you shouldn't do that, or whatever. But again, throughout my experiences, both sides, both ways, I've learned to trust myself and my instincts and follow like my intuition. And my intuition was just like, yes, let's go this way. So I did. And what can I even say? So also, so kind of fun, like, so I'll go here first. So last episode, I was saying how there was like doors shutting here, but this is, okay, so this door shut, which created fucking terror for me, right? Like very specifically, right? I went to the fucking Peppermint Hippo. They were like, you can't work here at primetime shifts. I was like, what the fuck? So I went to another place, but going to the Hippo in the first place, I met a girl who told me about this other place. So then when I went to the other place, that was just a way better fit and a way better vibe for me. First night was like whatever, but I was comfortable there. Second night was like decent, but second night I met a really incredible being, and we connected and we hit it off. We had a lot of things in common. And so I went out with him the next day, and I don't even have the words, okay? Just incredible being, totally put in my life for a reason. Loves what I am doing, right? So like, he loves the fact that I am chasing my dreams as a circus performer at my age, and wants to help me do that. So he doesn't want me to have to work so that I can spend my time chasing my dreams. And he is well off enough and generous enough to make that my reality. So, guys, I don't know how it can fucking get any better than that. I do not know how it can get any better than that. We have a great time together. We have a lot of common interests, and he wants to support me in chasing my dreams. It is the exact opposite of most dynamics I've ever been in, and it is fucking exquisitely awesome. And it is not something I could even have fucking dreamed up, y'all. I am being fully supported in chasing my dreams. I get to worry about training and recovery and time while having amazing experiences, tons of fun, and just an absolutely exquisite and interesting time. So yeah, so that's going on. So basically, I just went from a place of being, in terror of money scarcity, thinking, how am I going to set up the conditions to even be able to stay here, to being fully supporting and not having to worry about money so that I can go chase my dreams. Like, I don't know how things can get any better. Well, I do, because I'll tell you about all the other better things. So that is one aspect of the quantum leap. I've also, like, one of the things I was really missing and wanting was like community of like-minded and higher-minded individuals, like growth-oriented individuals. I have totally found that. I went to the hot springs this weekend. Like, okay, so last weekend I was in a women's circle of incredible humans. There was like 11 or 12 other girls there who were all just awesome people. We sat and we all made vision boards together, and then my vision board basically came true the next fucking day. Like, quantum leaping. Yeah, so they're all lovely, connected with some of them. One of them connected, like, probably the most deeply with. She invited me to the hot springs, introduced me to some of her other friends, which were just amazing fucking beings. I've been wanting to go to the hot springs. It's one of the things I'm so happy about being around out here. Yeah, so just fucking magic. It's just absolute magic. The mountains, the majesty, the nature, the fucking other beautiful souls that are here in this place that I'm already getting to connect with. I have so many friends here already. It's just like, my biggest problem now is time. And I can even see that itself is an illusion that will fall at some point in my growth. But yeah, it's such a fucking great problem to have. Like, how do I organize my schedule in such a way that I can spend time with all of these wonderful people that I've met? There's multiple layers of community that are just exquisite in all of their own ways. No, I haven't been doing as much acro as I'd like to be eventually, but every time I have done acro, it's been, I'm not in the fucking little leagues anymore. It has been I've taken something valuable from each session, worked with some people that are the stability is exquisite. I love, that's what I'll say about that for now. Probably extrapolate on that more another time. I'm training with some fucking mind-blowing coaches, working on aspects of myself that I've neglected for a long time. I mean, body, soul, mind, all of it, but specifically talking about body stuff right now. Like, it's fucking awesome. And it's funny because before I came out here, one of my really good friends moved out here several months before, and she's been gone pretty much since I got here. Like, got to see her in passing almost. She helped me unload my U-Haul into my storage unit and then started traveling for a month, so she'll be gone for a couple weeks yet. But one of the things I remember her saying to me is like, hey, how's Vegas? Like, how do you like it? And she's like, my biggest problem is like, there's so many amazing things to do that I have to pick and choose between them. And like, I deeply get that now. And it's a wonderful fucking problem to have. Like, wonderful fucking problem to have. And I could probably just go on and on and on and on about the incredibility of these layers of experiences that I'm having, and I've barely scratched the surface. And I just know that on such a deep, visceral level. And so I don't even think it's like super important to get into like the actual details of the circumstances, but it's just like, this is what's available. And what got me here was trusting and keeping going, even when I couldn't trust, even when I had doubts. Like, what I trusted was that if I just keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep taking whatever action I can, it's got to shift at some point, right? Because that's the thing, is like, everything is temporary. Okay, good and bad. So we're not gonna like pretend like nothing bad is ever gonna happen again. Shit, guys. So I got this beautiful nails done yesterday. I love these things so much. They were exactly what I wanted. And then I was training pole today, and I literally popped the nail off my nail bed like most of the way back. It was really gnarly. So bad things still happen, even in the majestic, overall, grand amazingness of life. But like, I'm gonna figure it out. It'll heal. I've never done this before. Apparently it's a thing that happens. Like, cause these things are so damn hard. Like, the thing that gives is like your nail being attached to your bottom of your finger. Oh, it's gnarly. It's gnarly. But we'll survive. We'll survive. It's just so sad because I love these so much. I'm like, can I have them? Anyway, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Maybe I'll make this like kind of a short little blurb here, but I've quantum leaped into incredibleness, training, community, relationship, money, like it's all here. And it's like, yeah, it's it's all here in this new timeline. But the most important thing is like who I am. Like some of these things might shift or change, like the details of them, but who I am doesn't ever go back. And like the level of like, guys, I can't even fully put into words. Like it's just so wild to go from that fucking mortal terror to like just fucking abundance. And like in every way. And just locking that in. It's the exquisiteness of experiences of life. So much possibility, so much fun, so much awesomeness. And like, here's the thing, like, I feel like I'm free to be fully myself for maybe the first time in my entire life. Here's something else I kind of realized the other day. It's like, I have spent the last, I don't know, probably my whole life living for other people in one way or another. And I feel like for the first time, I'm finally able to live for me. But the fucking beautiful like complexity of that, or like the awesome dichotomy of this world that we live in, is me living for me helps other people more. And I love that. Like, especially like in my business, like now that I don't have to worry about money for a while, I feel like I can actually speak my truth into the world, especially with my business platform, in a way that I've never been able to. And I've had this like, I've been wanting to share and talk about things for a while that like I felt like I couldn't, because I was like, I don't know, when you're like, it's like being under this like spell or coercion of like not being able to say certain things because some people might want to hear it and you get like canceled or they don't buy from you or whatever. And just to be free of all of that, like I have shit to share that I know can truly help others, the people that resonate with my words and with my message. Like that shit needs to get out there. And that's funny because that's exactly how I started my resilience coach business in the first place. Like I didn't start it to have a business. I just started an Instagram account to share what had truly made a difference for me in my life. And that was it. Like I wasn't trying to get clients. I wasn't trying to have a business. I wasn't trying to make money. I was just trying to share the shit that helped me most, because I knew people needed to hear it, because it's not really common stuff. And it's like, if I never heard that stuff, I would have never gotten the healing and the things that happened. But somebody was brave enough to share it. And that's what I wanted to do. Be the person that was brave enough to share something that could help somebody else. And like, I'm just realizing this as I'm saying it out loud right now. It's like, holy shit, that's where I am again. Because at that point in time, I was taking a little break. So I had a couple months of leeway to not worry about money. And that's how I was able to do that. And then very organically, I was like, okay, cool, ready to take clients. And then it all just kind of fell into place. I think I might have explained that on a different episode. And I'm just realizing that's where I find myself again. And it's like my duty, it's my honor to get to share from that place again. And fuck, that's awesome. And now I'm like genuinely excited to start doing that. Like that was almost something that like, it's like I could see, but I couldn't put it into words. So there's putting into words. And that's, I mean, also partly just like, I mean, these stories, these chronicles are just the fucking raw, in real time layers of my journey. But I hope that, I mean, my hope is that this inspires somebody. That inspires somebody to take the action that's aligned with their soul. That it inspires somebody to not be scared. That it inspires, well, it's like feel the fear and do it anyway. Like seriously, feel the fear and do it anyway. It's really like, if there's one thing, this is what I try to do with my clients, and if there's one thing I could help anyone in the world with, it would be to grow their capacity for being able to feel all of the things so that you can feel whatever and do whatever. Because that's a beautiful, it's like we have so much space inside us. We have so much capacity to have all of these things going on, but it's like we're not taught to do that. And so we like feel like a big emotion and we let it like take over the whole thing. And then a lot of people turn to shitty mechanisms to try to change that so that they can go do something else. Some people just kind of get suffocated and drowned in it or paralyzed by it. But whatever it is, it's like I feel like all human problems come down to this one thing, which is capacity to feel, handle, process, and move emotion in our body. I mean, it is our biology, it is our energy, it is what we're here on this earth to like learn and do. And it is the secret to getting to these higher levels of life. So anyway, if you want to know more about the tangible details of that, visit me at the Resilience Coach. But also just know that like this is possible. This is possible for anybody. It is possible for anybody. I mean, we all have our different like reasons we're here and things to learn, but it is absolutely just like a core human, like, again, it's a fucking secret. It is a secret skill. It's a skill. It can be learned. It is a gift. It is all of that. It is a gift. The best gift you could give yourself is the skill to learn to grow your capacity. Because life is full of fucking rich, awesome, amazing experiences just waiting to be had. And it's full of super painful, miserable experiences that are also part of the human existence. And that's okay too. But being alive is all of it and being able to feel all of it. And if you can feel the shitty things better, you can get to the better things sooner and appreciate them more when they're here and go through the bad things with a bit more ease. So yeah, I guess that's what wanted to come out today. I guess that's all I have to say for now, but I'm sure I'll be back with something else in the near future. So sending all of the love and best energy to anyone watching this, and I will talk to you guys another time.